why have a quick release chuck? Well, the idea of the Snappy is that when you're on site, you have got less downtime undoing a chuck and changing bits. So for example, of an impact driver here, which is all quick release, it slots in. Very, very quick and easy. But obviously, with your chuck, you can use them in the chuck, but as you can see, it takes me time to wind it up and tighten it up. However, if you just do it and leave it set up, you can put this one in, tighten it up, and that turns your combi drill into a quick release chuck if you don't have an impact driver. Now, some people might turn around and say, well, what's the difference? Well, some of these applications you do not want to use on impact. Some of them you can, so it just gives you the option, non-impact, we can put it in a combi drill. And if there's certain applications that need an impact, some of the Snappy ranges is particularly useful on an impact, then it fits all around. So, to further highlight the advantages of Snappy and the differences between using an impact driver and the quick release chuck in a combi drill, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to just, not insult your intelligence, but just to show you how we use these drills. And what you notice is all the Trend stuff comes in a nice blister pack, easy to access, can open it up. If you want to keep it in there, you can. If you want to throw it away, or recycle it, should we say, and keep this floating in your toolbox, not a problem. Now, this is the plug cutter. As you can say, ideally, we don't want to be using this on an impact driver, so quick release in there, super, super handy. When we take the countersink counter bore, again, this is an application we can do with an impact driver, and as you can see, exceptionally quick to take it in, take it out, easy. So, with a plug cutter, as you can see, it's giving us our pilot drill, it's giving our countersink, and we've got a point here where it's giving us a counter bore. So all we need to do perfect. And similarly, when we use the counter bore, because of its multi-cutting head, it's something that traditionally you'd see done in a pillar drill, because of its cutting action, and because this has got a slip collar on it, we can actually hold it as I say, we can hold it and guide it to give us our perfect plug cut. So similarly, as we've just shown you the individual bits of the countersink, counter bore and the plug cutter, exactly the same goes for these kits. The advantage is you're buying them in multiples, so you know that you are getting the right size plug cutter for the right size counter bore. Okay, so these two kits don't need a lot more explanation, but what we'll do on the back of those kits is we'll actually show you, we did mention that each one of these has an Allen key, and why we want the Allen key is that all these parts, all these drill bits are serviceable parts, so it means that we can undo the Allen key and we can actually take the bit out. If you snap it, you might want to replace it. The other reason is I did actually mention that we might want to reduce the amount of throw, or the amount of projection, should I say, that the drill bit has. If we're trying to line up a particular depth countersink and we only want to come through the thickness of the timber, then we can vary that depth by either pulling it back or pushing it out. So that's as simple as that. So that gives you an overview of exactly why there's an Allen key in there, that these are all serviceable parts, so if you do snap a drill bit, you don't have to panic, serviceable part, replace it, and your quick snappy piece is back up in operation very, very quickly. Now we're talking about the self-centering drills. Okay, it's a bit of a torpedo shape. Initially it doesn't look as though there's any drill bit, and you're saying to me, why is it a drill? Why are you calling it a drill? Well, as we said, snappy, so it goes in very, very quickly. So if you do need to change sizes on site or your job site or in the workshop, very, very quick and out. It works very, very simply that you have a drill bit, you have the Allen key, or sorry, you've got the quick release end, you've got the Allen key, and that Allen key holds the drill bit that goes completely through the middle. And that's covered by this torpedo shape that moves, it's sprung loaded, okay? Which means that if you look at the end, we've also got like a countersink shape, and that countersink shape fits perfectly into your countersink of your hinges. Which means as soon as you put it in, you don't have to be accurate, as soon as you put it in, it self-centers it, and when it self-centers it, it means that when you push the drill, it exposes the drill bit, which means that every time you drill, it's absolutely spot on. As with all the Snappy range, everything on any moving parts or anything with a drill bit is fully serviceable. So what we can do is, if you are heavy-handed or your apprentice is heavy-handed, or you just suffer the fact that your drill bit inside snaps, all we need to do is we undo it, okay? And as we undo it, you'll notice that it opens up and it exposes the drill bit. And again, comes with an Allen key, and the reason for the Allen key on this one is not to adjust the drill bit, is literally to take it out, replace it, bring it back in. Okay, you have to set it to a required length, which you'll understand, because what we need to do is make sure that the projection of the drill bit, when we slot it back into its housing, okay, and tighten it all up, the drill bit is sitting flush with the end. So there we have it. As soon as you go back, it's quick and easy, back in operation.